Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another WaxMode video review. This time I've got some Griot's Garage products out for some testing. I've got the Best of Show Paste Wax going up against the premium Carnauba Paste Wax. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a basic overview of the two waxes here and put them through the water test. We're going to see how hydrophobic they are in the short term, get that baseline water result so we can see how the durability degrades over time. And I have to say, I've been impressed with Griot's Garage over the last couple of years. They made some power moves by coming out with their Best of Show system polishers, new compounds, new polishes as well. So these are long throw orbital polishers which are competing directly against the root pest polishers. They finally updated the liquid version of the Best of Show wax, which was such a massive improvement over the previous version. And then in early 2016 they came out with this brand new Best of Show Paste Wax here. So definitely making some big changes in 2015 and 2016, coming out with some new products. And as I've been testing out these paint coatings over the last couple of months, it's nice to revert back to the Carnauba Paste Waxes, which is just a much more relaxing application process of applying and removing the wax compared to working with some of these coatings out there. And so let's jump into these two products here. We've got Griot's Garage Premium Carnauba Paste Wax. This is 12 ounces. It's going to run you $40. The Best of Show Paste Wax is going to be 9.5 ounces, and that's going to be $25. And as I'm doing the water test, I'll tell you guys a little bit about the similarities and some of the differences I've noticed working with the two waxes side by side. I have the Premium Carnauba Paste Wax on the left side of the test panel here, and I have the Best of Show Paste Wax on the right side. The paint was prepped using the Boss Perfecting Cream, which is a finishing polish as a replacement to something like Meguiar's M205. Followed up with an isopropyl alcohol wipe down with a dilution of 15%, that's 15%. And I've waited 24 hours before this first initial rinse right here. And both of these paste waxes are really easy to work with, a really nice application process where I'm not worried about how long I'm letting them sit on the paint. I can go ahead and apply them to the paint and remove them right away, or let them sit for, that 15 to 20 minutes. I'd say they're both a little bit heavier than something like Pinnacle Sovereign or the S100 paste waxes that I've reviewed in the past. And compared to one another, I believe the premium paste wax has a little bit more oils in there. It feels like I could spread a further amount across a larger area of the paint compared to the Best of Show wax. And I didn't feel at all that I had to get that super thin coat in order to prevent streaking or anything like that. Both of these buffed really clean off the paint, even though I had loaded up the applicator pad as normal. So much different compared to a wax like Colonite 476 or even the 845 that I've tested on the blue paint. Now saying that, you definitely do not have any need to apply too much of the paint. It's not like you're going to get a thicker coat of wax on the paint. That's not how they work. So as you can see in the water test, both of these are very hydrophobic. Not the highest level of hydrophobicity, but very strong water behavior and great beading. Alright, so this portion of the test is the soap test with Meguiar's Hyper Wash. I just want to see if that water beading is something that's very short-lived or if it's going to be a lot more durable in the short term. And you can see right away the water performance is still at a very high level. So this is very good. We've seen a lot of products over the first wash that have degraded, and we see a much slower water sheet forming on the paint and less impressive beading after just the first wash. Now Griot's Garage does advertise that the premium Carnauba Paste Wax is going to be more hydrophobic over a longer period of time compared to the Best of Show Paste Wax. And as a contrast to that, the Best of Show was supposed to leave a slightly richer or deeper finish, especially on darker paints compared to the premium wax. What I do notice here in the short term is that the Best of Show does seem like it's a little more hydrophobic compared to the premium paste wax side, but we're going to see how that holds up over the months when I do the durability test. And I'm also going to put these two waxes through the Dawn dishwashing soap test to see if it can strip the wax in the short term. And if it doesn't do it in the short term, we're going to see how it does in the long term after a couple months on the paint. So we tested the sealants to see how they did in the Dawn dishwash soap test. We're going to see how the Carnauba based waxes do in the test, and I think a lot of guys are going to be surprised. So stay tuned for that video coming up in the future. But these two waxes here, they have slightly different focus points from Griot's Garage. You've got the premium Carnauba Paste Wax, which is geared to be a little more durable compared to the Best of Show wax. Both very hydrophobic in the short term. Both of these smell absolutely incredible too. I love how these two smell. The color is slightly different. The texture is very similar between them as well. A really nice smooth texture, a harder paste wax, but you're going to feel the oils come out when you whisk your finger across the top of the wax. And again, it does feel like the premium paste wax does have a little bit more oils in there. It feels a little bit more lubricated when I'm applying it across the paint. I do like the price point of the Best of Show wax at $25 for 9.5 ounces. I think that's a great value. You do get a really good applicator pad inside of the box. And I wish it came with one of their PFM microfiber towels like you get in the liquid poly wax kit. And while I'm on the topic, I mean, the PFM microfiber drying towel from Griot's Garage is one of the best, if not the best, drying towel that I've tested so far. Really, really impressive. Now, with regards to the trim, I would actually avoid the trim with these two waxes. It's not going to leave behind a chalky white residue, but it's not going to refresh the trim in any way. But ultimately, in the short term, I mean, these are very good waxes to work with. I've been very impressed. I'm going to have a video coming up with the newest version of the Best of Show liquid wax. And I'll probably pair that up against the liquid poly wax, which is their fully synthetic formula. And the previous version of the Best of Show liquid wax was such a bad formula. You had to use something like a spray detailer or the spray on car wash in order to facilitate a clean wipe down with that wax. It was so bad that it actually drove me away from a lot of the other Griot's Garage products out there. But a big thumbs up to Griot's for fixing that formula and coming out with some great new products as well. And I will add that Griot's did not send me any of these products for direct testing. What I've done is I've purchased these myself for independent review. But stay tuned, we're going to see how these two waxes do in the durability test. Okay, it's been 1 month since applying the premium Carnauba Paste Wax on the left half of the door here and the Best of Show Paste Wax on the right side from Griot's Garage. I've prepped the paint using the same method as on the test panel, so the Boss Perfecting Cream and followed up with isopropyl alcohol white on. This is the first wash and rinse since applying them to the paint. So I have the Meguiar's Hyper Wash soap. We're also in the middle of August here in Florida. The car is not being garaged during the durability test, but what I can see is that the premium Carnauba Paste Wax side has held up just a bit better than the Best of Show side. Hey guys, this is a 2.5 month update for the Griot's Garage Premium Carnauba Paste Wax on the left side of the door here, and on the right side the Griot's Garage Best of Show Paste Wax. This is now the third time that I've washed the paint. I've only been washing it with Meguiar's Hyper Wash. There's no detailer sprays or spray waxes applied on top of it. No drying aids. And you can see on both sides we still have a fairly decent sheeting rate. So the water is falling off the paint at a faster rate than it would be if I had no wax on the surface at all. And so this has endured basically daily rainstorms, multiple thunderstorms as well, high heat, high humidity here in Florida. On the rear door here is my control section. I have no wax applied to the paint at all. This was prepped at the same time that I did the front door, so this is my control section as a 2.5 month durability test with no wax on it. And you can see that strong difference in the performance between the side that does have the wax compared to the control section with no wax. So now I'm going to do the Dawn dishwashing soap test to see how it behaves on older wax. We have 2.5 month old wax on the front door, and you can see all the sap that has found its way on this door too. It's the tree next door to us is just spitting sap out like crazy. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the testing. These are definitely two waxes that I recommend. I've enjoyed working with them over the months. Make sure you stick around for the Dawn dishwashing soap test coming up in the future.